Welcome to everyone on my YouTube channel. My name is Leone. Are you ready to discuss with me? Now follow me, let's discuss. Well, the ACC press conference was held and they are trying to update the public about the mission house, the Cathedral House located at Gloucester. They have been donating so many thousands of Leone, thousands of money, plenty money for this particular building, but up to date, they have not yet. So, ACC boss Ben Kefala, they made a press conference, try to address the issue, bring to the public that these people that have not yet built this particular cathedral have come to book. In other words, they are already charged them, but again the investigation is still going on, because according to the ACC boss, saying that not only one person but all of them have to be charged. So now I have leave the video for you people to watch and see. Tell me what you think about it. Thank you. Peace out.
Francis Ben Kaifala ESQ. Shall we put our hands together for the commissioner? Yes, sir.
Thank you, the modern Deputy Commissioner, Mr. Augustine Fodegobi. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, I welcome you all to the ACC. This is a very specific press conference we have called to update the public with regard to the issue that was brought to our attention relating to the construction of the mission house of the Sierra Leone's permanent representative to the UN. Sometimes in the early part of a decade ago, the idea was conceived that the United Nations office, the office that Sierra Leone's permanent representative and their staff occupy in New York, was in such a shape that it needed to be reconstructed or refurbished. That includes the residence of the then permanent rep. And of course, resources were sourced and allocated for that purpose. This was sometime around 2011. Initially, $2 million was identified, ring-fenced, was received cash in Sierra Leone, $2 million. This was sometime around, he was received cash in Sierra Leone initially $2 million was identified that all ring-fenced and set aside in 2012 for that purpose. The money was received cash in Sierra Leone work. For some reason, which I will explain to you later, only $1 million of that money left Sierra Leone for New York. The contract for the renovation was prepared by a guy, a United States citizen called Jules Davis, through his lawyer, and it was signed in December 2016. So, from 2012, the $2 million was available. The contract for the renovation itself was signed in December 2016. The original contract for the renovation of the UN, the Sierra Leone Permanent Mission House in New York, was $2,560,000. That was the first contract. The contract price after change orders, including the addition of 2 floors, was increased from $2,560,000 to $5,295,555. That means we had a situation whereby $2.5 million was initially agreed. It was the contract price. The contractor signed that will renovate. For some reason, somebody changed this and increased that amount to $5,295,000 plus. The additional to the original contract price, they will have to have their day in court. In the meantime, we have not been able to speak to Adikali for the Suma, who was the permanent rep in New York at the time the contract was signed. He signed the contract. It behoves Mr. Fode Suma to make a statement to explain to the ACC his own role in all of this. That is the only way we can be able to understand from his perspective what happened as head of mission at the time. If we do not speak to him within the next 5 days, he is likely to be charged along with all other persons who are going to be charged for their role in this action. So if Mr. Suma or anyone knows him, get to him to reach us at the ACC and make a statement. We can charge people in absentia. So we do not have to wait for him. Our evidence already shows that all of them failed to follow processes, and we can hold them accountable for it. But we want to be fair to him. He can reach us at any time, and he will have an opportunity to explain his own side of the story. So, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, members of the press, people of Sierra Leone, this is what we have in respect of what happened with the UN building. As I speak with you, our investigation is merely tying the knots. We already have our answers. And various people, there is already a draft indictment of various people who had a role to play in this. We are still trying with the lawyers to see what the role of other people were, so as to determine culpability and charges. But one thing is sure: those responsible for embarrassing Sierra Leone are going to have their day in court. And we at the Anti-Corruption Commission are going to do our very best to make sure that they are held responsible for their actions. Because, as you all know, we have a duty to this country to break away from the old ways. But the only way we can break away from the old ways is to hold ourselves responsible for our actions. And this is exactly what we are going to do. Mr. Chairman, I thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Commissioner. Ladies and gentlemen, partners in the fight against corruption, you've heard from the Commissioner the background of this investigation, actions taken, and the way forward. Now I will...
AIG Brima suspended IG Sovula. Now, there are so many accusations, I can say alleged cases against Sovula. But you know, in the police law or the police constitution, if you have been charged, or let me say accused of a particular offense, you are there suspended until further notice. So they suspended him from the position. Who suspended him? The IG Brima suspended him. So now I leave the video for you people to watch and tell me what is your take. What do you think about the video, or what do you think about this particular issue? Thank you. Peace out.
According to the head of media at the Salon Police, Superintendent Brima Kamara, police on suspend Assistant Inspector General of Police, AIG Brima, for different allegations them where some police officer they make against them.
There is a complaint against them. One get for do with insubordination, other get for do with disobedience of lawful orders, other get for do with oppressive and tyrannical conduct to your inferior rank, other get for do with making any frivolous or vexatious complaint, and then conduct prejudicial to good order and discipline.
Number 3, prosecution witness. Inside one alleged arms and ammunition case na magistrate court number 1, Mohammed Sano say na information them get from Watakisi, gone there inside one pathfinder motorcar, where them be want for clear.
Sierra Leoneans, what's the way to do for push this country go before? Wake up your body and do something.
Competent court of law. The allegations against them for now, there are about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 allegations. One get for do with insubordination, other get for do with disobedience of lawful orders, other get for do with oppressive and tyrannical conduct to your inferior rank, other get for do with making any frivolous or vexatious complaint, and then conduct prejudicial to good order and discipline. These are all offenses in a way you go find at the Police Discipline Regulation 2001. But like I say, they are all allegations. So because these are allegations, now that making it say it has to be investigated on the basis of those allegations. So, but it's possible to say if you're doing job as director of professional standards, it's also possible to say something investigation will be stalled because it might have to attend to some other issues. We it's all they need for the investigation. It will look not possible. So now that make the IG using discretion say, I mean, it has to be suspended as provided for by law. Because the Police Discipline Regulation 2001 say. So now that's really not the issue.
All right. According to you, now we get several different, allegation of complaints where the police get. So, other than the particular person where come with this complaint to the police will lead to the suspension of AIG Brima?
Well, honestly, the complaints are coming from people within the police force. They are not from outside. There are 2 sets of people that report policeman. Either somebody within the service or somebody outside the service. But in the instant case, now people are already within the service. And it's not going to be very nice for me to divulge them because it's not going to take too well. But now people are within the service. If you look at how the charges and the insubordination, you talk about insubordination, like somebody will say, hey, this person should tell me. Or this person said things we not for say. Where that one they look like say minute of authority, say disobedience of lawful orders. Somebody they place above you and go must give orders, say do this. Where you not do them, they say disobey. And then they say oppressive and tyrannical conduct to your inferior rank. So that they should see somebody we must decide within the police force where things like that would not happen to.
All right. Now let's look at the time frame of the suspension. So for this particular one, any time day?
Suspension really will be timed to the investigations and the disciplinary hearing. At the last point out, understand? They finish investigation. No matter where they go in a disciplinary hearing, we then finish the disciplinary hearing, and then they give verdict or then give out a ruling, say, now so for happen, and then at that time we talk and say suspension get on. But it's also possible to say along the line, the IG still gets the power for say they revoke them. But at that time we say the starting point now they will do so.
All right. Now, what can be the normal process if una find person guilty of a certain complaint when company can lay, for instance, this one here? What can be the action where police can take?
As prescribed by the Police Discipline Regulation 2001, I mean, there are plenty where they give. You get certain offense that they go commit, they go dismiss you. Some offense that they will reduce in rank. And some of the way they even transfer you, say we pull you from here to another side, So then plenty. Sometimes they give you pull you come on a bike if you didn't buy it. Understand? Say for example, you didn't buy it, they cause a lot of nuisance, they cause a lot of problem. Then your company can't report you. When they say you're not fit for them, they go pull you. I know they say nah for the instant case, but these are all the options that we are available. And then depending on the circumstance, then the presiding officer will hand them down.
We're going to court now, Monday, 30th August. The number 3 prosecution witness inside one alleged arms and ammunition case na magistrate court number 1, Mohamed Sano, when a customs officer, be appear in a court for testify. Usa say July 2nd this year, he get call from 140 Fofana, where they walk now Wataki, and say then see harms and ammunition inside one grey Pathfinder Jeep, where come from overseas, when our Honorable Emmanuel Saidu Conte for clear. For more on this, make we join Theodore Arena.
The number 3 prosecution witness inside one alleged arms and ammunition case na Magistrate Court number 1, where Magistrate Sakekura de Sidompam, Mohamed Sano, when a NRA officer na Customs Service Department, and same way so, na the head of the anti-smuggling unit, where attached at the bagging section na Wataki. Say, July 2nd this year, it been gets call from 140 Fofana where they work na Wataki say, then see arms and ammunition inside one Pathfinder Jeep, where come from overseas when a Honorable Emmanuel Saidu Conte for clear. Where it be the lead and paying evidence, the State Council, when a Yusuf Isaac Sise, they ask him for make it tell the court, but he work where it they do now in customs office. Outside the third prosecution witness, been say, enroll na for do trade facilitation, protection of the state, and safe for ensure say they inspect all container where they can at the water key. The State Council, lawyer Yusuf Isaac Sisebe asked him if he recognized the 3 accused people them waiting up na court, and the witness been say yes. The witness, Mohamed Sano, continues say, one Victor Morana where they work na port, been drive the jeep and put her other side because it say the side where the vehicle been tied. This is say now this Pathfinder jeep them see the arms and ammunition inside the vehicle. Where be make the State Council be ask them waiting at the color of this vehicle, and the witness been say na grey vehicle. The witness been same way so say it been called the first defense witness when a Mohamed Kaba massacre for make it go come outside this vehicle been parked. But say before Mohamed Kabama Sakoy been come, he been get for go outside this vehicle park and see one grey plastic where been get the arms and ammunition inside. It's same way so say, them been get for go na Mr. Masako in office, and na they them in concert item they yam. Also plenty other people them in day, including the agents, we been clear this motorcar for Honorable Emmanuel Saidu Conte. After all this, them been get for go to the Commissioner of Customs for further question. After that, them been get for hand over them to the police. Magistrate Sakekura adjourned this case to Wednesday 1st September this year. Na lawyer L. Dumbria, E.T. Koroma, J.M. Jengo, E.W. Conte, and other one that they represent the accused people them in this case. And na lawyer Yusuf Isaac Sise, they represent the state in this case.
Back home, if I'm with them, the same old system and the same problem. So wait till we for do, oh, we never did. Wait for make this problem, yeah, so when.
Well, our president made a speech which I was so pleased. I'm so happy and glad about it. He finally told us that it's the politician, not the people, but the politician that normally divide us, which is true. Yes, it's the politician normally divide us. So now you can hear from the horse's mouth. Now I leave the video for you to watch. And tell me, what do you think about his speech, saying that it's the politician that normally divides us? As for me, I agree to it. Yeah, I agree. That is the politician. So you can watch the video and tell me what do you think about it.
And me no say, na bad politician and they divide the country. And me no say, me not one of them. MashaAllah. Fulaman, the Sosoman, Limbamman, Konoman, Tegniman, we all naturally nation. Of course, we're not being winning that 10 days. But this time back, now say where na Fulaman are the thing. They say Fulaman then do politician, I say they make them politician. Thank you. So, and I want for them I say I enjoy for work with them. they do plenty work. Not to then first thing, Vice President to where we push in a corner, we pull all the power in our hand, they move around. No. And they get plenty work, they do them. We are not so now they in charge, and they do everything, we make sure say we talk every day, we could send if any problem they now so we the developed nation, one person in the developed nation, one tribe not the developed nation. So I'm really happy when we make them for Canada and we will keep the country together and we need to contribution there. You always can and you always the help. Because waiting they give we fear as leaders for continue for do what they do. Now this kind of encouragement. That platform don't give me so that they pass billions.
Yeah.
That they tell me say if I'm in the work, I they go work and snack now. Because I know say people they were not they near me say, but then they know say I they do good job and they don't appreciate and acknowledge them for do more so that society will develop. So they tell me plenty. Thank you.